Hello everyone, welcome to the North American Bear Center. My name is Eben. I'm going to do a quick live broadcast of our enrichment program. So down front right now is Tasha Bear. She is the younger of the two females here. She's around 4 years old. And we've given her kind of a donut-shaped toy to play with. So every day we let our bears have an enrichment session just to keep their minds kind of stimulated. Inside the donut there is a mixture of kind of peanuts, cashews, maybe some cranberries, Brazil nuts. It's a great source of protein for our bears. And it gives them an opportunity to kind of replicate foraging in their natural habitat. If you get a closer look at Tasha there, she'll kind of stick out her big sticky tongue and try to reach in the hole and try to fish out some of those nuts there. So in the wild, these bears would actually have a very powerful sense of smell. If you see them open their mouth, they have a thing called a Jacob's organ in the top of their mouth. This can kind of particles of smell particles that go inside their mouth into this Jacobson's organ. And this is how they kind of smell food for up to 2 miles away. You can also see that Tasha's kind of started to forage around the donut a little bit. And so bears in the wild would naturally do this when they're hunting for kind of berries or leaves. Also in the wild, the protein also comes from termite larvae or ant larvae. And so if they find a big dead log, they can kind of smash this apart and try and get out this kind of protein source. If you notice, just ahead of Tasha, there's a tree there. There's a cedar tree. And so black bears actually rip these apart. You can see it's been a bit shredded there. And inside the cedar tree is cedar oil. So the bears will actually rub this cedar oil on their muzzle, under their armpits, and in kind of areas where there's less hair. And this cedar oil is a natural insect repellent. So when they try and get into these hornet nests and wasp nests, the cedar oil will actually repel these and stop them from being stung in the face. You might also see black bears rubbing against cedar trees, and they're trying to get some cedar oil into their fur just to protect it from insects. So yeah, as you can see, Tasha there is also trying to pour at the donut there. She's kind of trying to tilt it up. Looks like some grapes inside as well, maybe some frozen grapes. Grapes obviously not native in the wild for black bears to eat in Minnesota, but it's kind of a nice treat for them. So black bears have very strong paws, and they do actually have claws on the end of their paw there. Black bears' claws are a little bit shorter than brown bears, and this makes them better adapted for climbing. So black bears are great climbers. The mothers will actually send their cubs up the trees running, and then the mother will run away. So black bear mothers are not very defensive in the wild. However, with a grizzly bear or brown bear, it's a very different story. I would not recommend approaching a grizzly or brown bear in the wild. But black bears are very skittish and very scared. They're scaredy cats. And so it's normally okay. They'll probably just run away if you make some noise. So as you can see, Tasha's kind of start to forage around the floor there. Every day we throw out some kind of trail mix, and just to kind of let them forage around naturally. The trail mix includes kind of cranberries, raisins, some nuts, and we kind of scatter it around the whole kind of pond area. Alright, just kind of trying to get underneath the donut there. So we do have a number of other enrichment items for the bears to play with. We have a tube filled with these kind of treats. We also make kind of frozen icicle things which have berries and stuff inside of it. So the bears have to claw at it to get through the ice. We also do allow our bears to climb up here. And there's kind of a little basket with nuts on there. And so you might see our bears actually climb up there and try and knock over the basket.
So hello everyone, my name is Abby and I am one of the other interns here at the centre, and as you can probably tell by my accent, I am from the UK here. So as you can see, Tasha is still foraging in the kind of goodies that we put in the donut, but I'm sure shortly after she will just be foraging on the ground. And as you can see, we do have lots of clover here at the centre. Our bears here love white clover, and so we were ensured that when we made the pond area here, we planted lots of white clover around. You might also be wondering what the bears forage naturally out in the wild, and they also like leaves and berries. And again, you might be wondering how bears eat this. So as Eben did mention, they do use their long sticky tongue to pick anything up on the ground. But if they do want to take something off a branch, they do have a special adaptation known as a diastema. This is a hole between their canine and their molar, which they can actually manipulate. And if they wanted to take leaves and berries off a branch, they'd place the branch in this hole and strip it all the way through to ensure that they get all of the goodness inside of their mouth. This ensures that the branch stays intact for the following year. These bears have incredible mental maps, so it means that they can remember every single berry bush they went to the year before to ensure they can pack on as many pounds as possible before hibernation. I don't know whether Eben mentioned this at all, but we are in a period of time known as hyperphagia at the moment. So that is just a couple months before the hibernation period. So all of our bears here need to continue to pack on the weight, as they will be going into hibernation at the end of October and will be waking around April time. Because they lose between 18 and 22% of their body mass, it means that they need to ensure that they have enough fat storage and energy, and especially females that are going to be having cubs. Lactating females can lose up to 50% of their body weight each hibernation period, and so they need to ensure that they have enough storage to survive the winter. I think Tasha here has almost got all of the food out of the donut that we have provided her, so she will be doing a wandering of the pond area, and she might even go for a little swim for us. So all of our bears here at the centre do love to go swimming in our pool, especially when it is a really hot day. And that is because their fur can weigh up to 20 to 30 pounds. And especially on a large bear like Ted here at the centre, you can imagine how hot he gets on a warm summer's day. And so they all like to go in the pond area. We often do throw in apples for them here, so that they can bob around and spin on the logs in there as well, which is also Lucky's favourite thing to do. So I'll just tell you something else about Tasha here. She is actually our only bear here at the centre who likes to go out and dig her own den. Ways in which we can tell whether our bears have started digging is when they come back to us and their muzzles and their paws are covered in dirt. We often sometimes go to den sites to see if there are any new paw prints, any mud has been overturned, and this is a good indicator to us that our bears are starting to dig their own den and get ready to hibernate. So you might also be wondering how we know when our bears are ready to hibernate, and the bears will actually let us know when they are starting to get ready. They will start to reject food from us. They will not be as obvious to see, as they'll be hiding in the enclosure, digging, having a lot more solitary time. And so towards the end of October, we know that they are starting to get ready, and we will provide them with straw and hay so that they can make their dens nice and comfortable. So Tasha here is still kind of seeing if anything has been left behind, and I'm sure that later she probably will be just wandering around in our wooded area here. As Eben said, she is also an avid climber, so maybe later you'll be able to see her climb a tree. You do have to be very fast taking photos, as they do shoot up, take the treats off the trolley really quickly and come straight back down, and that is to ensure that kind of no other bears here in the centre patrol them, or so that any other kind of chipmunks or blue jays, which you might have seen running around as well, steal their treats before the bears get to them. So does anyone here on the observation deck have any questions for me today about anything I've said, or anything that you want to know about black bears in general? How many bears do we have here? We have 4 bears here at the centre, so 2 males and 2 females. And it is already hard to get all of these bears to get along. So if we did ever have any more in the future, I'm sure their kind of different personalities would also shine through. And that is one of the reasons why not all of our bears can go out at the same time, because they have very different and very strong personalities. That was a great question. Do you have any other questions for me here today? No? Okay, well, if you don't have any questions, I'll just tell you guys a fun fact that I learned working here at the centre. So I guess all of you guys, and especially the kids here, know who Winnie the Pooh is. And he's been telling everybody that black bears like honey. Well, that actually isn't that true. So if you ever see a black bear going into a honeybee nest, or up here in Minnesota, if you ever see a black bear kind of going into a hornet's nest, they are actually after the larvae and the eggs. And that is because, like Eben said, that makes up the 10% of their diet, which is protein. The other part of their 10% comes from eggs, which we provide for them here every morning. But out in the wild, they're kind of foraging for duck eggs or any other bird eggs that they can find. And the other 90% of their diet is just kind of vegetation that they can freely get from the wild and our enclosure here as well. So if nobody has any other questions for me today, then I will just sign off the broadcast here today. I just want to thank you all so much for coming today. We are a non-profit organisation, and so all of your entrance admissions and gift shop purchases go towards feeding our bears here at the centre. Also, any of you here who have a wristband, you can go to the International Wolf Centre on the other side of town, where your wristband will get you $1 off. We are not affiliated with them in any way, but they do like to teach about wolves in the same way that we teach about bears here at the centre. And also, if you did want to do something a little extra for us, you could always leave us a TripAdvisor review just to let us know how we're doing. This was mine and Eben's first broadcast here, so please do let us know, and if there's anything we need to improve on. And also let us know who your favourite bear is at the centre as well. All that being said, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day at the North American Bear Centre. We will have another behind-the-scenes tour starting at 1 o'clock, which is in about 20 minutes or so. So thank you very much.